the Utrecht Werkspoorkwartier Innovation Hub, hosted for 3 days, 8 European cities. They met to learn from each other about how cultural entrepreneurs can take a leading role in area development, making use of cultural heritage. The meeting was part of the EU-funded HubIn project that supports the cities in developing local hubs to support this kind of innovation in district development. The hub is located in the historic industrial area of the Werkspoorkwartier. It hosted old factory buildings for steel production, particularly trains and bridge constructions, and which is now being redeveloped in a cultural and creative neighborhood. In the 1970s, production of train carriages stopped. More than 10 years later, also a huge building for the construction of large steel construction closed. After the disappearance of the industry in the 80s, the Werkspoorkwartier turned into a business park. Although from time to time smaller and larger companies moved to the site, the Werkspoorkwartier became an empty industrial zone, and most factory buildings fell prey to the demolition hammer. Utrecht's growth in recent years has had a positive effect on the area. Thanks to the efforts of creative entrepreneurs and developers, the Werkspoorkwartier has slowly changed into a 21st century maker district.
We have seeds already that we've harvested from the area, from different plants that are dying or like in the fall, and you get the seeds and you can plant them in the spring.
If you can make this many meters of atelier for this price, that would be nice. Because a lot of things we actually built, we done really cheap just by changing things out. For example, I would have a receipt of a crate of beer, some fries and frikandellen from a few builders who were there who actually had a lot of steel they were throwing away, and this we could use to build construction. And instead of like a 10,000 euro bill, we had this little receipt of beer and fries, which is really awesome. But if you go to the funders and say like, oh yeah, this is like, what the hell, fucking artist.
Restaurant here on this side, and here there's people also working in different disciplines, and it's a bit difficult here because there's always water here, so we're still working on that.
Small parts of this before, so Ulster Train Orchestra have worked on a different project, but it was about music. It was doing it in a completely different way. This one is much more visual.
But at this point they weren't really for it, because they say, okay, first you come up with a concrete idea, with concrete plans, and after you've shown something, then maybe we'll,
plan. But also what I'm going to ask you when I reach out to you is, throughout in the stakeholder engagement, what has changed between the stakeholder engagements that you did early on and what you did later on. But you know, these were just some of the questions in my mind, and I'll reach out to you separately.
Then we tried to go by businesses, which were very keen on privatizing the public realm, so it's not the ideal situation. But then we noticed that
projects that we are supporting, they are aiming to tackle the same problems. They are completely different solutions, but they are trying to solve the same problem. So they have this in common. So this could be the platform for them to be, because
I think there is room for developing, exploring.
But subconsciously, you don't think this, what I just said, but you just let loose of the gas a little bit, or things like these, or this is a impression. It's not real, but
our HubIn Alliance with our follower cities, how these contents could fit in the alliance.
So you should go to Grand Angoulême to meet us in the end of May and discover the ecosystem of image we have.
No, the president.
Don't know if you have
is far right. The Prime